have been keeping it. You might have been.
Morning, everybody. We are down here in the surgery room at the hospital. We have Thurston here. About a few months ago, Thurston was diagnosed with malignant melanoma in his ear, so he's been having a hard time with his ear and bothering him, so we brought him down here, and Dr. Kellyn is kind of debulking, and he's doing great otherwise, so we're just trying to give him some comfort in his ear. She was able to remove a tumor. She's doing some cauterizing now. Get the bleeding to stop. What are you thinking, Dr. Kellyn?
We're pretty close to done. I'm getting ready to put his ear meds in his ear. And then we're going to actually inject some steroid in there too to hopefully help kill off some of the cancer cells that are still in there. And also just any of the inflammation that's around that area. And then some clotting agents, and then I think his ear will be good. He's got two little masses in his mouth that I might just cut out real fast too, just so while they're this small, we can get rid of them.
All right. Thurston is from our Colorado rescue. Just gonna zoom in here. I want to show you his canines, or the lack thereof. Thurston was made to perform in a magic show in Vegas for the first part of his life. He's got quite a bit of skin damage. He was not, one of the issues in Colorado was they were not providing any shade, so they were written up multiple times for that, so we're not shocked that he has melanoma. We also know that the magician that he was forced to perform with, Dirk Arthur in Las Vegas, was also written up multiple times for having these cats in roll cages sitting in the middle of a parking lot out in the blazing sun before, and also not providing shade. So Thurston's had a rough life till he came here to the refuge. And so, as I said, Dr. Kellyn is debulking the cancer. He's got a great quality of life still, just his ear annoys him. So we're trying to fix that. Thanks for sending the stars. I want to put a huge thank you out there to everybody, and I don't have the list of names in front of me, but everyone who jumped on and bought all the heaters and raised the money for all the heaters for the bobcats and servals and caracals heading down to Freedom Field. We really appreciate everybody doing that. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it was done in a matter of just 2 days. In fact, they just were delivered, and the mailman came to say there were so many boxes they didn't fit in our mail area. So she's just looking down there. We're gonna put this ear cleanser and some antibiotic down there too, right, Dr. Kellyn?
Yeah, so this is it's an antibiotic, and it's got steroid in it as well, and it will last him a month. Because obviously we're giving him those ear meds daily.
Yeah.
So that's great with that. Some of them kind of rub into his surgery spot too to help keep it stay clean longer. Okay, got most of the blood from back there.
So he's got this thing called blankets, but in this bear hugger, and this just blows warm air on him to keep his temperature up. And we take a temp every few, and then he's got a monitor on as well. Thanks for sending the stars. Thanks for the prayers, guys. Like I said, he's doing really good. So we're just helping him have a quality of life, which is good already. He plays with his toys probably more than any tiger we know here. He has complete conversations with his barrel and his ball every morning after breakfast. So we're not going to let this little cancer, horrible ear thing affect him. Thurston's getting a lot of stars. Thanks, everybody. If you're just joining, I did his story from the beginning, but he was diagnosed with melanoma a couple months ago, so we've debulked the area, and this is the second time, but since he's doing so great, we wanted to keep going. So we've been working on his ear for in the last 40 minutes or so. There are a couple spots in his mouth, Dr. Kellyn, or 2 spots in it or on it, on his lips?
Like his cheek.
His cheek. So she's going to go ahead and remove those.
I just have a flying over here. That's the last thing for the ear, and then we'll quickly cut out this tube in his mouth, which will need maybe can someone get a smaller, one of the small ones?
Look at all the stars for Thurston. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to give another shout out because so many more people joined. Everybody who bought heaters for Freedom Field, for all the bobcats and the servals and the caracals. We appreciate it. I was blown away. You guys did that in 2 days' time. And we're down here at the hospital with Thurston, removing some cancer tumors. You can see that Thurston's canines were all filed off. He was horribly declawed, made to perform in a magic show for quite a few years of his life. Was also not only in Vegas, where they were written up for providing no shade, but also in Colorado, the facility that we took over and shut down in 2016. So they were also multiple times written up for no shade. So we're not surprised that he has this cancer, but so now she's checking the 2 tumors that are inside his cheek. I'm getting pictures of it. Jennifer, he's got melanoma, so he's got great quality of life. So we've decided to just debulk the tumor. One had grown a lot bigger inside of his ear, not down in the canal, but enough to annoy him. So we removed that. And he's got 2 little spots of cancer in his gum area, so Dr. Kellyn's removing those while we have him sedated. We want to debulk as much as we can. Hey, Dr. Kellyn, these are, the spots on him are from sun damage as well, correct? And hard surfaces?
Most likely. So they've showed in courses that most of the time when they have melanoma, it is related to UV damage.
Yeah.
Dogs, it is a little bit different. It's more genetic. I would argue that with white tigers, it's probably a little bit of both. Obviously, he already doesn't have the pigment in his skin, which is what your melanocytes make to keep you protected from the sun, so he's already at a disadvantage there.
And like I was explaining, he had no shade. And yeah. Just throwing a little stitch in there.
Their genes are just not strong, so, you know, not that, I mean, genetic cancers occur.
Yeah. So this is our surgery room, everybody. We have our everything kind of moved around. We like to keep the area nice and big in here. If you haven't seen our hospital yet, this is everything she had prepped out. This is our dental machine where we clean their teeth. And we have them sedated. A portable ultrasound plus our stationary ultrasound. This is where everything is prepped and ready for surgeries in this cabinet. So we were able to run Thurston's blood immediately when we got down here. This is like our prep room. We weighed him. He was 357 pounds. 357, you guys? Yeah. This is our sink where she can scrub in. Autoclave. This is where Dr. Kellyn does all of her fecals. And this is all of our, that's a blood gas machine and our other blood machine. So, yeah, we're immediately ready to run blood, and that pops right up on our phone. And then we have recovery back in there, but we will be bringing Thurston back down to his enclosure. This is the garage door we came in through, so. But we will give him a reversal when we get down there. And we have a heater ready to blow on him, and he should come out of it pretty quick, so we can update you guys on Thurston this week. Don't forget about everything we have going on Giving Tuesday, which is just 2 days away. Appreciate all the stars for Thurston. And again, everybody that joined in and bought extension cords and heaters and everything that we needed for Freedom Field. Well, not everything. I'm sure I'll have something else that I'll ask to put up. But thanks for tuning in this morning. And keep Thurston in your prayers. Bye, guys.